I'm always trying to give people knowledge on these trucks and Ford and other things. But I was going to tell you guys, a while back ago, I made a video showcasing what this saved me on the X-Plan. Now, a lot of people on the forums have debated over, the X-Plan and things that you can combine it with. So I called a few dealers and talked to them, because on a truck like this, if you buy this truck now, you're looking at, I think it's like 106 or 108,000 to get all the features, like in a 25 or a 26. They haven't announced all the 26 stuff yet. Most of it to have, but you can order one, I think, right now. But anyway, if you get this truck right now, it's a lot higher than it was then. So, any way that you can save money on a truck like this is something that I would want to do. So, like the X-Plan will save you anywhere from, I think it's about on this was like 102,000, and I think I saved roughly $5,000 to $6,000. You'd have to go back to the video. I'll link it in the bio. Just click more below the bio. But on the X-Plan, you can get it with, friends, family, things like that. But it's someone that has to work at Ford to give you a code. So you got to find someone to do it that way. Now, some dealers have told me, I've kind of done research and talked to them, some dealers know people and they will get their codes, because people get 4 codes a year. That's a little bit crooked, but anyway, maybe if you got a good dealer, they can get you a code for a vehicle. But another way that you can save money on a vehicle like this is you can get on Ford's website. And when you get on the website, you can go through their email list, and there's a certain one that you can get on where you fill out a bunch of questions and it will ask you when you're planning on buying a vehicle, what you're planning on buying, a couple other things like that. And then every year, sometimes twice a year, they will send you a private offer. And I've been getting them for the last, 4 or 5 years. But I've only timed it right one time. But if you're planning on buying a vehicle, they usually send it, like they sent me one, I'll put a picture of it on here. They sent me one about a month and a half ago, and it's usually good for 3 or 4 months. So if you timed it just right, which is hard to time, because like I said, sometimes they send them at the end of the year, sometimes they send it at the beginning. But if you timed it just right, this is what a lot of people do not know, is you can get that private offer and get up to, on a Super Duty, you get like $2,000 off. On an Expedition, you get $2,000 off. And there's one other thing. You'll see it when I post the little code thing that they send you. And it's a personal offer. It goes directly to you. Nobody else can use it. But then you can get like $1,500 off of Escape and things like that. And it goes all the way down to $500. And you can get this off your vehicles. So one of the things that a lot of people don't know is you can combine that with X-Plan. So if you're looking at one of these trucks and you know someone that is able to get you an X-Plan, then you can combine that with the private offer. So potentially, like if you was buying a Super Duty, you could get the X-Plan. Let's just say it was $100,000 for easy numbers. So you would get $5,000 to $6,000 off. And it's kind of different with what accessories you order. I showed my full truck build, and you can kind of see what it costs and what the discounts were on the build sheet. But you kind of get a discount on certain packages and things like that with the X-Plan. And then you just get so much off across the truck. I think it's like 5 or 6%, which basically in Kentucky saves you the tax. So you would get, let's say it's $95,000, and then you get a $2,000 offer. So you get another $2,000 off of that. Now, I did call quite a few dealers and talk to them, and some dealers are super shady. I'll just go ahead and tell you, but I'm going to tell you a dealer in a minute that you can call and you can get this to work with for sure. But a lot of dealers were like, no, we won't combine them, or we won't let people do that. They don't like it. For some reason, some dealers with X Plan and plans like that, they're just straight up crooked. Like they try to, especially during COVID, they try to keep you from getting any discount possible and really jackleg you. I don't know why. I don't know if Ford just doesn't kick back as much to them, or it doesn't make their sale quota go up, because the more vehicles you can sell and stuff like that, you get a bigger kickback from Ford as a dealer. So you get, like I said, I don't know why the dealers wouldn't want to do it. Ford offers it, so they should do it. Now, the dealer did tell me that once you go past X Plan, so like if you get one of the other plans, there's like 4 plans, but I don't think you can combine it with anything past X Plan. So if you're someone who can get X Plan, like I said, you can combine it, but on the other thing, but you could just kind of go back and forth and see, because a real dealer, this is one of the things that I've learned, is like the first dealer that I dealt with on Ford wouldn't show you what X Plan would save you down to a T. The dealers know that right off the bat, so they can give you a full price up front. Like I knew what this truck was going to cost with the X Plan and the rebates and all the other stuff before it ever came in. Like it wasn't voodoo from this dealer. They literally just told me everything up front and gave me all the info. So if you call Bob Swope in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, which is where I bought this truck, and I'm not just trying to swing stuff their way. They've, taken care of me and, been good about buying this vehicle. They, during COVID and all the other stuff, they didn't do any hocus pocus. And, I knew everything up front. Really good dealership that I've dealt with. Probably one of the best ones so far for Ford. But you can literally call them, get the discounts, and have, a truck, SUV, anything like that, and you can use both plans. So keep that in mind. I mean, if you got one of those offers and it was $2,000, it would be worth your, you could use U-Ship or one of the other places and probably get a truck shipped from one side of the United States to the other for $1,000 or, something like that. So if you had a $2,000 coupon, then you could literally make $1,000 and buy it from that dealer. Like I said, I've used U-Ship, a bunch of other things before to ship all kinds of stuff that I didn't want to go get. Now, another thing I want to tell you guys, if you stayed tuned this whole time, Dynavox, which is this company here, I had never heard of them before, but they reached out to me and they wanted to get on the channel. So they have sent me a full delete kit and this EGR block off plate with a full exhaust. If you stay tuned in some other videos that I've got coming up, we're going to give this away. So I didn't want to delete my truck. And so I just wanted to show you guys, this is going to be for, it says for, I think, a 2020 to a 23, but I don't know if it'll fit a 23. When I show you guys the full exhaust and stuff, you'll be able to see that, but there's everything that you could need to fully delete your truck. And we're going to give away this and the exhaust. Like I said, I haven't decided whether I'm going to give them away together or separate, but I'm probably going to give them away separate so it'll help 2 people with their vehicle if they're looking to delete their vehicle. The company was really nice. I told them I was not deleting my vehicle up front, and they sent me all of this stuff. But I'll show you the block off plates for your EGR and stuff. It looks extremely nice made. Like I didn't see any weird cuts or anything like that. And it's I don't think it's powder cut. I think it's anodized. It doesn't look painted. It looks anodized, and all your plates, like I said, have the seals built into them. You guys can let me know your thoughts. But like I said, we're going to give this away. So be watching in the other videos that's coming up. Even if you don't like them or it's not something that you find interesting, you may want to watch, because there's going to be little hints how to win this in the next coming up couple of videos. Anyway, I hope this helps some of you guys save a bunch of money on vehicles. This last fit liner that I've got in the bed, I still absolutely love this. This has been one of the best things in my truck. As you can see, I have just beat this thing up, and it is, I mean, I've put pallets on it, all kinds of tile, wood, diesel fuel, gas, you name it, it's been on it. And another thing I really like is this bed cover. I don't recommend it if you're in cold places. It has froze some in the wintertime shut. And so if you're looking at getting, this is the Ford branded, I think it's Retrax is what it is, but it's just rebranded. I have to look and see, but I'll tag a thing of it in the video. But that's just some of the things that I've done in the truck. But I really do like that. Just want to tell you guys that are dedicated watchers and you watch all the stuff. Anyway, hope you guys have a blessed day. Thank you for watching.